In a world where weebs and gamers get together to talk about anime and video games, today's episode is one for all you old heads out there. This week, we're talking about retro video games.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Thanks for tuning in to episode 8 of Weebs and Gamers Anonymous. As Norland already stated, we're going to be talking about retro games.
Bro, I thought it was going to start feeling less and less cringe, but the feeling just returns every single week.
Heads.
Probably just gets stronger and
Yo,
stronger.
I'm an
as you
old
gotta
head
be
too,
honest.
bro.
Exactly.
I'm an old head too, bro, so.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ. All right, but yeah, retro games is the topic for today. All right, so starting off how we do it every single time, every single week. Norland, what is your video game recommendation of the week?
So, my video game recommendation of the week is actually... So, I'm about to reference something, and you guys are going to be like, what the fuck? It's a storm that is approaching. It's Devil May Cry 5, special edition for the PS5.
Okay.
I finally got around to playing Devil May Cry 5. I'm a huge fan of the Devil May Cry series in general. I'll probably talk about it a little bit today since we're talking about retro video games, but huge fan of the Devil May Cry series, always have been, and I finally got around to playing 5, and wow, that game is sick. Especially when you beat the game, then you could play as, spoilers, you can play as Virgil. Virgil's great, and his theme is incredible. It's like he literally, it's if you guys haven't heard it, it's a song called Bury the Light. Go play it. Whenever you get super smoking sexy style combo, the song plays, and it is incredible. All the music in the game is good. All the playable characters are great. Nero, V, Dante, every character's original, unique, and it really is a refreshing take on the hack and slash series. So,
All right, cool. I actually haven't given it a try, and I'm getting the face of...
it's not judgment because a lot of people haven't really played Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
It's a sleeper hit.
I've tried demos of it. Does that count?
Yeah, I count it.
It's better than
It's
these
not
guys,
good
at
enough
least.
for him to play that.
Yeah,
way,
you know?
Like, I
just
mean,
didn't-
the only thing that kind of like discouraged me off, because I used to play all the other like Devil May Cry games.
Is it because it had devil in the name?
Oh my God, I didn't. No. So,
Actually, when I was a kid, I wasn't allowed to play because I had devil in the
Oh,
name.
really?
But it's a story for
same.
another day.
Nah, but I remember because when I was like a lot younger, it was a game that I really wanted because one of my friends at the time in middle school was like, dude, you have to play it. And I remember I wouldn't get off, what was it? It was Skate 3.
It's such a good game, though.
I know. And to the point where
Acceptable.
my brother kind of got pissed at me for the fact that I only played that game and I was given that like Xbox 360 for like, I don't know, like 4 months now. And that was the only thing I was playing. So he's like, dude, if you stop playing it, I will buy you. I forgot which Devil May Cry was out at the time.
Probably 4.
4, probably. Around my middle school time? Around there. I was like in 6th grade.
Yeah, then probably 4.
Probably. And I was like, no, Skate 3 is life. And I stuck by that, actually. I very much.
Yo,
It wasn't
shout
until-
out to the
to
new
this
Skate
day.
game coming
Oh my
out.
God.
Yeah, yo,
That sounds super interesting.
free to
But,
play.
yo, they
Is it
better
really?
not mess it up.
It's free to
though.
play.
Interesting.
You know, this is another topic, though.
Yeah, yeah.
We're
we're
kind of
veering off.
going
Getting
off.
excited,
here,
we're getting
you know,
Yo,
excited.
Skate or Tony Hawk Pro Skater? Stay tuned for a future episode.
But yeah, actually, a solid choice. I wish, and I have the time to be able to, check it out because I think it is part of one of the PlayStation 5 exclusives.
It is PlayStation 5
yeah.
exclusive.
Yeah.
You can get the first like 3 games as a part of a collection for like $20.
Oh shit, that's actually not that bad.
Yeah, it's really good.
The remastered.
Fair warning, the first game is hard as shit. So you definitely need to walk through to beat it because it's impossible to do so otherwise because the game doesn't tell you anything. They're like, here, you're in a castle. Good luck.
Guess Carlos is sitting this one out.
Huh? For what?
The game.
Oh yeah. I'm dumb as hell, bro. I need instructions. If it's not telling me hints, I'm like incapable of finishing the game.
Like step by step instructions
Yeah,
on
it's not
exactly
like-
what to do.
If it's not Stardew Valley, like
Bro, did you ever finish Elden Ring? Did you ever finish Elden Ring?
Yeah, I got to like level 20 and then I just
That's not
stopped.
finishing.
That's
it.
not finishing it.
That's not
All right,
finishing it.
Alex.
No, I was saying like yeah, like continuing, but no.
All right, Alex, your turn.
All right. I think my recommendation is gonna be a game I recently started replaying again. It's gonna be Mass Effect, or
Oh.
the trilogy in general is pretty good. Except so the trilogy, not Andromeda, just the first three.
Ooh, that's a weight off my shoulder right there.
So
Yeah.
That's a weight off my shoulders right there.
why do you say that?
I didn't want to have to chastise you for liking Andromeda.
Yeah, no. No, that was horrible. But the first three, I mean, I know there's like some criticism on the third one, but I still think that whole trilogy was really good. That Legendary Edition that came out recently, even better. Because that first game, I think for me was always my favorite. But obviously, since it was older, it was a little bit, outdated. There was mechanics that just weren't great. So that remaster or the Legendary Edition just fixed a lot of those, and it's a lot more playable and accessible for new players. So definitely give it a shot. Great story, great gameplay, pretty good music too. I know they mentioned music for Devil May Cry was pretty good. So Mass Effect's pretty hard in that regards too.
All right, solid choice.
All right. So for me, my recommendation.
Oh no, I was gonna skip you altogether.
Oh.
That's a good.
Yeah, I mean, no
good
wonder
idea.
because you
After-
asked everyone and you just looked at me. You're like,
after the
should I even
last
ask this guy?
after the last recommendation
Oh,
you heard, Carlos,
man.
I am so looking forward to what you're about
All
to
right, what are you
say.
gonna pick, Carlos? What is this?
What is today? What is today? What's going on? I feel attacked today.
You're
All
on
right.
Zach for today.
Only today?
Yeah,
Pretty
I
sure this
remember
happened
last week. Last
too.
week that was you. Or last time that was you. I mean, I'm just gonna stay. So for right now, what I'm playing is just Pokemon Sword and Shield. Only because like
Fair.
Okay.
they announced a new Violet and Scarlet. I'm a huge Pokemon fan, and they dropped a new trailer today, and that kind of got me hyped. So I was just like, let me just pick up my Switch real quick and play some online, some
I like it.
VGC, some VC.
I like it. Okay, quick
You know?
question. For those of you that are gonna play Scarlet and Violet, what starter are you guys going for?
If it's not Quaxley, like wrong answer. Quaxley, bro. That guy with the
Bro,
hair.
Fuck that. Give me my boy Fuecoco, bro.
Oh, hell
Give me
no.
Fuecoco, bro. That guy looks like he rides the short bus. I love him. I love him.
I don't know, man.
You see,
that burn pepper.
what's the leaf starter?
Sprigatito.
Brigatito.
I'm sorry. I'm so lost right now. I haven't played like Pokemon since like Leaf Green and Fire
Well,
Red.
you came to the right episode.
Yeah.
Retro games.
There you go.
Yeah, I like how we all picked every different starter.
Alex here is gonna pick Pikachu. He's like, that's the only one I know.
He's like Pikachu or Eevee. Nah, but solid. Okay, but the real question, as if it really fucking matters: Scarlet or Violet?
Scarlet.
Violet.
You want the yassified professor, bro?
Yes.
Oh no! Wait. Violet's the new one, right? With the futuristic one.
Yeah, Violet's the
Oh,
one.
yeah, that's
Violet's the one with the lizard with the jet arms.
Yeah, I'm gonna choose that one
Yes.
actually. I'm Violet.
That-
Definitely Violet.
Mm.
That's cool, bro. Like you're just flying across the fields, instead of galloping. It's cool. I like it.
You know what, Norland? We respect
Hey,
people's
what's your
opinion.
recommendation?
Yeah, let's move right along.
So it's gonna be Stardew Valley Part 2. No, I'm kidding.
What's the weekly crop?
Yams.
Yes.
No, actually, I am on that, but that is not my recommendation.
Animal Crossing this week.
yeah, of course.
Okay.
No, a game that I've been kind of playing for the most part that I've been finding enjoyment out of, just kind of free roaming and exploring the scenery for the whole game after I beat like the main campaign. Red Dead Redemption 2. I kind of went back to it this previous Sunday because I was off work and I was just like,
Miracle.
yeah, I know that I don't know how the
Sunday.
fuck that happened, but I got that off. So I was like, all right, cool. I woke up. I was like, nah, I don't really feel like going to the gym today. I needed a rest day anyways. So I was like, all right, let me hop on. I didn't really feel like tryharding or going online. So I was like, I still got Red Dead 2 downloaded. So I was like, all right, let's hop on this. I found myself just starting random fist fights.
As you do.
Trying to get your bounty up as high as possible. Put that shit towards the evil
Nah,
meter.
but if you do it, like if you just like antagonize them, they'll straight up be like, you got a fucking problem with me? You think you can fight? And then they'll come up to you and then it doesn't like activate your wanted level or anything. So it's just like they take a beating for no reason.
System. Oh my god.
So that's what I've been doing. I've been doing like little side quests here and there, but I've been mainly kind of just exploring the map all over again, and it kind of took me back to when I first started playing it, back when I was a senior in high school, and it reminded me of how vast that whole game is. Like there is so much to explore.
There's something like amazing about that game in the sense of the depth it has,
Mhm.
but also the storytelling in the world is incredible. But like you're literally a fucking cowboy. Like there's something like
Doesn't get better than
some primal trigger in my brain every time goes off happy whenever I rob a fucking train in that game. Right? It's like oh, time to train heist time, and you go and you rob a train. You could. In what other video game can you rob a train willingly whenever you
Exactly.
want?
Exactly.
I have that. What do you play on?
PlayStation 5
Oh,
for the most part. I like to very much just click one button, turn it on, and say, "All right, I can chill."
Fair.
No, I mean the reason I asked is because I had bought it not recently. It's been like probably a year now, but I had bought it on when I got my PC, and it just for whatever reason I always had issues with it. Like it always pop up with like errors, and I was just like, "Come on, man, I just want to play the game," and I
Damn.
couldn't enjoy it.
It's because I think like when it first popped out, when it came out on PC, it just had driver issues.
Yeah, but this was like maybe a year ago. It had already been on PC for a while, so I figured it would have been fixed. But you know, as games are nowadays,
Hopefully
there's always a
that
lot of
works,
problems,
though,
even like
'cause
years later.
hopefully it works though
So,
for you.
Maybe
like,
one of these days I'll re-download it and
hopefully.
give it another shot. But it's just like
because it's a
it was annoying.
phenomenal game. Like
It
even
is,
if
yeah.
you're just starting it off for the first time and you're gonna play that campaign, let me tell you, when it comes to character development, when it comes to just again scenery for the whole game, bro, it'll blow your mind. It kind of did almost the same effect that Ghost of Tsushima did for me.
For sure.
Yeah,
Like
I remember I was
that-
super excited for that game for Red Dead
Yeah.
2, and then because I loved the first one.
Oh, the first one was fantastic.
Dude, when I
It's
played
still
Red Dead
up
2
there.
for the first time, I'm like, who the fuck is this
Who
Arthur
the-
guy?
Yeah.
Bro, the character development on him is A1.
Mhm.
It's A1.
We're gonna become mango farmers, Arthur. We're gonna move to Tahiti and become mango farmers.
All right, but I mean that about sums up our our video game recommendations of the week. Now to get on to the topic for today, we are going to be talking again of retro games. All right, so we're gonna start off going kind of down the list. We're gonna start with Nintendo, since for the most part, I feel like everybody kind of just started off on Nintendo growing up. It was the most family friendly type of game. So, all right. Norlin, what are your opinions on? We're gonna talk about franchises. One by one. We're kind of just gonna do like some examples, just to kind of go around. When I say Mario Bros,
Like the first thing that comes to my mind when you say Mario Bros,
Mm.
Super Mario 64.
Okay.
First game that comes to my head is Super Mario 64. Not the bullshit DS version where you could play as Yoshi and Wario and Luigi. Nah. Give me Mario with all his polygons, with the really shitty controller with the weird joystick on it. That's the first thing that comes to my head when I think of Mario Bros. It changed the gaming industry.
oh, for a fact.
The N64 as a console itself pushed everything into 3D. God, everything looked awful. It did not age well, but it ushered in that age of 3D, and it pushed everything back into the new zone, into a new world of video games, which is, to me, incredible, right? And Super Mario 64 single-handedly pushed that boundary forward, right? So when you say Mario, that's the first Mario game that comes to my head. And to me, even though I won't consider that to be my favorite Mario game, to me, it's probably the most groundbreaking Mario game that has ever existed, right? My favorite Mario game is Super Mario Sunshine. It will always be Super Mario Sunshine. But Super Mario 64 is really the one that set the bar in terms of Mario games.
No, I can agree. Like, I remember because a friend of mine still used to collect like old consoles. Again, I never knew what that was until I was introduced to it, and it was god tier awful, awful. Like it looked
It's
like
not
crap.
good.
It's
not
it's
good.
not at
It's
all.
not good. I bought the remastered Switch version of the 3D All Stars that had
Oh,
Galaxy
yeah.
I remember that.
64 and Sunshine on it. Bro, it still looks awful.
I-
It still looks awful. But it's not the way it looks, is what it did.
Yeah.
for gaming
Yeah.
as a whole.
Like-
that is incredible.
I don't know. Like it, I feel obviously, with its graphics at the time, I guess it's,
Bro,
It
if
was.
at the time, like I was super young when that game came out, but it would have been like, what do you Mario? What do you mean Mario is Ricky?
why the fuck were you Scooby Doo right now?
I mean, I don't know. Like for me, like I know they don't look great. They don't look good at all, really. But I feel like there's a certain charm to it. Like I like going back to those older games every once in a while, and it's just like I don't know. Like for me, like it has that charm. But it's like it kind of reminds you of like your childhood, and like it has all those little like nuances that yeah. Nowadays it looks like crap, but
But
I don't know, I
that's
still kinda
an
like it.
interesting point you brought up, Alex, because there's some games that are older than Super Mario 64, but look better than Super Mario 64.
true. Yeah.
For example, one of the best, what I would consider one of the best RPGs of all time on the SNES is Chrono Trigger. And that game looks phenomenal. And it follows that art style of the 16-bit, and it's incredible. And it looks stunning. Right? Just because it just looks that bad because, again, they were experimenting. And they did a good job. But there is, like, the glitches every time, like, you go through a door and Mario gets stuck and, like, teleports somewhere else. I love it. I love it.
Part of the charm, I guess. Yeah, I remember like when it comes to Mario Bros, like that wasn't the first game I played. It was like the Super Mario World on the Game Boy.
Mhm.
My first console was a Game Boy Advance, or like I guess handheld console, and that was like I think one of the first games that I got aside from Mario Kart and Pokemon. And to me, that just like kickstarted like my video game career, I guess, or my video game, just diving into that. And I don't know, I never got the chance to play the N64 one. I did buy All Stars, and just like all games that are like way too long, I always end up putting it down and picking up something else after.
Fair.
not finishing it.
Being an adult is buying too many video games and never completing
never
them.
just-
Oh, 100%.
and never finishing any
And
of
then
them.
on your day off, you're like, "What game? I played all of these."
Especially
Like,
during these massive sales, it's like, ooh, that's tempting. I'm gonna play that, and then just like
And you
never
just buy
touched
it just to buy it, but then you never
Yeah.
touch it. And on your days off, you're like, I should play, but I'm gonna go back to playing what I always
bought-
play.
Exactly.
That or you just sit there for like an hour, just like, what am I gonna play? I don't have anything to play. Meanwhile, there's like 5
Literally.
games in your
I
library
bought
that's like hasn't been
Metroid
touched.
Dread on release, and I still haven't fucking unwrapped it out of the plastic that the game.
It's a really
came
good
in.
game, though. It's
I
a
know it's really
fantastic
good.
game.
I've replayed Kingdom Hearts 2 3 times in the span that I've had Metroid
Bruh.
Dread.
Jesus Christ! Oh my God! Nah, but I do have to agree with Carlos here. Like that was the GameCube, and essentially was like what I first started kind of with. So again, I
Started
had
with
the
Game Boy, so
Huh?
the Game Boy.
yeah Game Boy. My bad.
Started, yeah.
Close
My
enough,
bad. My
close
bad. My
enough.
bad.
Yo, any other old heads in here, dude? I started with the SNES, SNES.
Damn.
I started with, I think my first one, at least I can't remember.
Mine's
Parents
was
were
a
like, "Go
Sega.
outside."
My first one was the PlayStation, the original PlayStation. Like I had friends, I had cousins that had their GameCubes and their N64s and all that stuff. But for me, like the only one I had to start with was the PlayStation.
For
original
me, it
one.
was the Sega. That's
real?
Genesis.
Sega
Ah,
Genesis.
Nice.
But
Nice. That's a
it
good
was
one.
like it was again, it was a relic that was held down and that still worked. So that's
That was me. Dude, on my SNES, I had 3 games. We had The Lion King,
Oh,
the game. We had The Animaniacs, the game.
Ooh, Animaniacs, let's go.
And then we had the Mario Kart.
okay.
That was it. And then me and all my cousins, we would have to share. No, I want to turn playing as Simba. I want to turn playing as Simba. We only ever played the Lion King game, by the way. We never got past level 2. That's how hard that game was, ladies and gentlemen. Level 2. We never got past it.
Yeah,
I
games were
tried
actually
to-
hard back then.
I tried to replay it recently. I got to level 4. And then I gave up.
I'm gonna say something kind of off that specific topic, but I mean, hate me if you want, but like, I never had any Nintendo console until like the Wii.
That's
I had
fine.
like the Game Boys and stuff.
That's fair.
But, like,
I mean, you hit a good one.
That's the best.
Yeah, the
Nintendo
That's
Wii was
console.
the best
yeah.
one. Yeah.
That's
Like,
like the
you had a
best
good
yeah,
one.
but like
Console.
I was
Highest
expecting
selling.
like some Fallout. Like, oh my gosh, you
Nah,
guys,
the
you never
Wii
had one. Like,
Is legitimately the best console that Nintendo has had.
Yeah, the
in my
GameCube was
opinion.
sleeper.
I
bro.
feel a little bit better about that then.
Like
Yeah.
the only reason that Nintendo DS was such a
Hit.
hit, or for me at least, was because at the time when it was like getting close to the end of like the school year, every kid and their mother would bring a Nintendo DS and just play either Mario Party, Mario Kart. That was it.
Or Pokemon, bro.
Or Pokemon.
I would be on
yeah.
that Pixel
Bro,
chat.
Pokemon-
No, but like I mean, like
Pixel
playing
chat,
all
oh my God.
together though.
Pixel chat.
Yes.
No.
Or yeah, Pixel. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Let's go.
I just know
Bro,
it's a
I
ch-
remember taking like road trips with my
Hey.
sister and friends, and it's just like that's all we did in the backseat, just like fucking around with like the
I
Picto
just
chat.
remember fucking me
Saying the
aggressively
stupidest
getting the
shit.
fucking
The little stylist.
the little stylus and just fucking coloring the whole thing.
Or, yes.
Exactly.
It had like
Bro.
4 colors. It was like yellow, blue, like that magenta, reddish
Kids like-
color, and then black.
kids that grew up playing PictoChat now pay for Discord Nitro.
Oh shit, yeah.
Caught me, bro.
Kind of
Be out
okay.
there, bro.
Jesus Christ.
Good old
All right.
days.
So we're still gonna stay on the Nintendo topic. I kind of want to hit 3 topics across every console.
For sure.
And this is another big one, and I want you guys to say the first Zelda game that comes to mind as a retro game, personally, and then your favorite Zelda game.
Okay. Mine is gonna be super fucking controversial.
I swear
I already
to
know
God.
what everybody's gonna
I
say,
swear to God.
so I'm just gonna say mine, and it's up there with one of my favorite Zelda games. But this is what I'm gonna consider probably the second best Zelda game of all time, A Link to the Past, on the SNES. That game's a fucking masterpiece. It has no parallel. It really peaked that genre of Oracle of Ages, Oracle of Seasons, that top-down Zelda view. Incredible from the story to the power-ups, to the mechanics. It was simple and also difficult. The game never gave you anything, and you always had to think about what you were gonna do. A lot of items were optional because you had a purchase system and you had to buy them. That is possibly the best Zelda, one of the best Zelda games of all time. It's not the best Zelda game of all time. Sorry, gamers. That goes to Breath of the Wild. Sorry, it's not. It's not even my favorite, but I can admit that it's the best one. It's the best Zelda game of all time. I know, Angel, you're cringing, but it's the truth.
It is.
It's the best Zelda game
It's
of all
opened
time.
up like a whole
Like-
bunch of other games.
Like you don't even have to be a fan of it to realize
It's
it's
the best, but it's not my top pick.
Oh, it's not my topic either. I'm a fucking heathen. My favorite Zelda game is Skyward Sword. Strictly because I love the soundtrack and the art style. The soundtrack and the art style are beautiful. The mechanics are dog shit.
Yeah.
The
I
mechanics
wanted
are
to get
dog
there.
shit. But the story's incredible too. And I feel like a lot of people did not experience Skyward Sword in a good light because of how it played on the Wii. A lot of people finally realized how good Skyward Sword is now that it came out on Switch. Where you have better mechanics and you don't have to fucking swing everywhere. But
You guys
But yeah.
might hate my answer, but it's
I'm a
okay.
heathen. My favorite game is my favorite Zelda game is Skyward Sword.
All right, how about you, Alex?
All right. So are we going on based on like what our first
I
like,
would
exposure
say
to it, or what like just what comes to mind when we think of Zelda? That first thing.
So I would say, or ask you at least, what did you play any retro Zelda game?
Okay, so I played a
long
retro game, but it
pause.
wasn't. It
He's like-
wasn't back. So it wasn't back when it came
That's
out.
fine.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Because
I wasn't even
you know,
fine,
now with the
Not
PC,
fine.
you know, I don't care about your opinion, Carlos.
No one does.
Glad you catch.
We love you. We love to have you here, Carlos.
I'm here to support.
So I'd say the first one I think I played because it was recently on like my PC when I get to emulate it and stuff. Not condoning pirating games or anything.
What is that?
What is that?
What?
What?
Was Majora's Mask? I think was
Fair.
the first one I played.
Thank you. Okay.
That's yeah.
So that was because again, I
Fucking
like it was one of those that I'm like I know like or at least I was pretty sure I heard a lot of good things about it. It's like everyone's like, oh my god, this one's really good. It's like especially for like an older one. So I was like, all right, let's try it. Let's give it a shot. Now that I have the opportunity, and it was I'm not gonna lie, for an older game, and obviously there was you have the option for like modding it and like making it look a little bit more modern. But I mean, I still opted for like the older like textures and stuff because like I said before, like I feel like there's a certain charm to that like time of games and stuff. Like I was like, I'm just gonna go in like the old style, and I liked it. It was cool to see how obviously how it's gone from that to like Breath of the Wild or even like some of the other newer ones. It was just it's cool to go back to that. I like doing that every once in a while.
I didn't say it earlier, but I feel like the concept that you're saying that there's a certain charm to it. I feel like it just brings back nostalgia, and
Oh,
not
yeah,
only
big
that,
time.
but it
Big
brings
time.
you back to your childhood. And I
And
feel
even
like that's one of the biggest things that it does for you, and I feel like that's why it thrives.
Yeah.
even for a game like that I didn't necessarily play, like just the fact that it was like kind of in that same like time frame and like that same graphic
Yeah.
style, like it still kind of hits that nostalgia for me. And I guess like for me, that's why it's easier to get into them. Like I get like people that are like younger now, or like they never really grew up around that time. Like it's harder for them. But for me, like I think it's pretty cool.
Nah,
Like,
bro.
like I
These
said, I
kids
like going
grew up
back to
playing
it.
Roblox. It looks worse than
You know what? Yeah,
It looks worse
you're
than
right.
Roblox.
You're right. I'll take it back. Yeah, that's.
Right,
I didn't
RuneScape.
even think about that.
Damn. All right, so let's just take a quick second on the chat. We got June. No Gears of War.
No, that's all we're saying on that. No.
Oh no! Come on.
Nah, come on.
Come on, man.
Hey,
The original ones
hey,
were good.
let us get to Xbox, and from there we'll be able to
Oh,
go.
that's true.
on
Yeah.
about
We gotta save something for later.
Nah, but I do have to, also agree with you. The main retro game for Zelda that I played was Majora's Mask. Like, again,
Ooh, okay, we are good.
especially since I'm super young, but at the same
I don't
time,
have to go on my rant yet.
Yo, Norland's a hard judge, bro.
he is.
No,
he is.
no,
But that's
no,
why we
there's-
have him here.
Yeah,
There
you're right.
is-
You gotta have someone
There's
like that.
one fucking Zelda game that I can't stand.
Oh,
Bro,
and
I
if
want to find out.
Carlos says it, I'm going to.
I hope I
Are we
say
gonna
it.
Are we gonna find out afterwards?
I
if-
Oh, you will.
I say it? Okay, good.
100% when
I'm
you all
very
go, I will
curious.
say it.
I'm
All
very
right,
curious.
Carlos, go, and then after that, I'll just kind of give off my favorite one because I'm waiting to see Norland's face if it's approval or disapproval. So go, Carlos.
Well, okay, so to be honest, I've actually never played Zelda until the Switch came out.
Fair.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. I know.
Okay, good. I don't feel as
missed
bad
out.
anymore.
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
you
yeah.
should feel great about your answer. Your
Yeah,
answer is-
honestly, yeah. I'm here like thinking like, damn. You see, so I know I was gonna like probably go past like Norland's expectation.
Good.
But actually, the first game I've ever played was actually Breath of the Wild.
Wonderful game.
yeah, but
And
Wonderful game.
that got me into wanting to play like the other Zelda games that are coming out. I just don't have the money.
Yep, fair.
And I still have a lot of other games that I need to like
Fair.
play. So,
If-
but I played Breath of the Wild, and then that got me into wanting to try Link's Awakening because it was also being remastered.
That one's really good.
Oh, is it okay? Because
That
I
one's really
actually bought it. I picked it up, and then I stopped. Like every other game,
The art style on it is
I
really
had
cute.
I had no hints, so I just kind of was like,
You can look up a guide.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
look up a
yeah.
guide.
No, I guess like, and then in the cave, I was in the cave, and yeah, I just couldn't.
This comes full circle to what I said earlier. If you don't give Carlos like a
I'm just,
step-by-step
I'm just trying to
walkthrough,
give
like-
Alex you were right actually, for once actually. So it's like he knows me. But yeah, so with Link's Awakening, I thought it was really cute. The chibi style was adorable.
Really cute.
It made me want to start actually playing. I think they remastered Skyward Sword, right?
They did remaster
Right,
Skyward
okay.
Sword. I recommend it, and it has good mechanics, great story, beautiful art,
Yeah,
Good
I mean,
music.
I'll give it a try. For sure, eventually.
and you play a harp.
eventually.
Eventually, maybe like 20 years from now.
All right.
Yeah.
20 years.
All right. Let me. Are we all ready for my my favorite?
Ocarina of
Zelda-
Time.
Nope.
Woo!
Nope.
Oh, thank God.
Nope. I would never disgrace anything like this.
Thank
Relax.
God. Oh my God.
Ready? Hey. Twilight Princess.
All right, that's fine. I like that game.
Okay.
All right, I'm not gonna lie. So that was my first experience with Zelda, but like
I feel
my
so much
earliest one
better.
that I played was
Actually, my first Zelda game was Smash Bros. So he was in it, right? Does that count?
I mean, you know what? That
Yeah.
was mine too.
Yeah. I played the story
Technically,
mode
if
in
we're
that
going
one.
that route.
I agree with the pick. That's a very good game. It's
Okay.
very underrated.
Yes.
Very underrated.
Yes, and I want them to remaster it so
Again for the third time.
bad. For the third time, but this time on the Switch.
I would actually like that. Yeah.
See?
1080p,
I would actually like
Exactly. Exactly.
Wait, what have they remastered it on?
They remastered it on Wii,
and then
and then they remastered
Oh, the
it.
Wii was a remaster.
Oh yeah, and then it was a re-release.
re-release.
I
They
see.
re-released it on Wii, and then they re-released it on Wii.
Oh, because it was on GameCube.
on GameCube.
Mhm.
Right. Okay. There we go.
Damn, they did it for 3 generations.
So actually, I have a before I
crazy.
go
They're
on my
pulling a
rant
Skyrim.
of Ocarina of Time.
Wow.
It's before I go on my Ocarina of Time rant, I'm gonna go ahead and cool fact about Twilight Princess. So Twilight Princess, if you play the Wii version and you play the GameCube version, they're completely different because Link is left-handed. Canonically, Link is left-handed, but the majority of people are right-handed. So instead of reprogramming the game to make Link right-handed to have the sword in the right hand, so when you use the Wiimote, they completely mirrored and flipped the game. So the Wii version is basically a backwards version of the GameCube version. So if in the GameCube version you would have to go left to solve a puzzle, in the Wii version you would have to go right.
That's cool.
That's actually kind of cool.
It's-
I
yeah,
did
it's
not know
interesting.
that.
Yeah, yeah. So imagine me when I was playing Twilight Princess. I'm like this
What
is-
the
I
fuck is
was
this?
so lost.
something's off
I was so lost.
It's like-
this?
What?
I was so lost because my first experience with Twilight Princess was on the GameCube. like years and years after it came out. It was first on the GameCube, and then I played it on the Wii. I'm like, what? I was so lost, but yeah. Let me go ahead and go on a mini rant right now. Ocarina of Time is the single most overrated video game of all time. It is not good, you neckbeards. It is not a masterpiece, you neckbeards. It is awful. It is awful. It looks awful. It did not age well. The story is horseshit. The music isn't that good. The power-ups are lame. Okay? And, ooh, what's this? Oh my god, I'm gonna take 10,000 years to take something out of a chest? I hate that. I hate that it started that trend. You know what didn't have that? A Link to the Past.
But it's my favorite Zelda game.
Okay, yeah, you have a bad opinion. Like, I'm sorry. If Ocarina of Time is your favorite Zelda game, you need to play a different Zelda game and grow up. And grow up.
No, I think I saw something like when I was looking at it before I emulated them. Like I was looking at which ones to play, and I think I saw something similar to that where it was like, yeah, like a lot of people, you know, hype it up, they love it, but like there's a lot of things that obviously with the newer games they did better and
a lot better,
just improved. So like when you're going back to that, it's just horrible.
There are diehard fans of the game that will sit down and tell you to this day that is the best video game of all time. And to those people, I say, go get a girlfriend. Move out of your mom's basement.
How do you really feel?
I'm holding back.
He's like, I can write a whole essay.
This is a
I will be here for 5
PG-13
hours.
show.
Here, switch me. Come lie down on the couch.
PG-13, but we're like,
Yeah.
fuck that game.
Fuck that.
We're like that PG-13 version of that Deadpool movie.
No. Jesus Christ. But no, okay, I will agree with you. Like, and it's funny that you say the fact that you go get a girlfriend, because for the longest time, one of my friends back in high school stood by that game 100% to this day.
Bro, I just imagine somebody walking in with a fedora and a neckbeard, be like, "Hello, fellow virgin." I'm being a little too harsh. If Ocarina of Time is your favorite game, all power to you. Just stop telling people it's the best game of all time, and we'll be fine.
Yeah, have a little bit more like
You know,
humility
widen
and
your
just
horizons.
Just accept
you know?
that.
Just
Yeah,
opinion.
there's other things out
There's
there.
other games that can
There
do
are
so
other
much better.
games. What do you mean I could play Breath of the Wild? I could play Ocarina of Time for the 600th time.
All right,
Oh,
this
man.
one's gonna throw you guys off, but I kind of want your opinions on Animal Crossing, because that's been a franchise that's been stuck in there for Nintendo for a while.
Okay, I'm gonna be really honest with you. I've only ever played one Animal Crossing game.
Same.
I
Damn,
haven't.
really?
yeah,
I'm
dude.
the only
I
weird
only
motherfucker
ever-
who's
I
actually
haven't-
played.
I haven't played it.
This is a Stardew guy.
Sorry.
I played New
Hey, dude,
Leaf
start.
on the DS.
You played the
That
DS
shit
one.
was ass.
I liked it. I thought it was fun.
That is my equivalent to Ocarina of Time.
That is well,
That is my.
Oh my
well,
God.
I agree. Because I have to accept your opinion there, because I've never played any other. I never played any other Animal Crossing game ever.
I am so at a loss here.
It's the only reason I ask is that it's a really.
Yo, you
sorry.
really walked up to him and he went.
And the reason I asked it though is because I have a really core memory from when it came to the Wii. There was an Animal Crossing game on the Wii. I forgot the name of it fully. I don't know, for whatever reason, there was always one villager that creeped the fuck out of me.
Is it the moose?
There's always one.
No. It was
clown.
Oh, I love that guy. My favorite guy is Cheddar Chester. It's the little mouse that has a cheese suit on. I love
Oh, I
that
see
guy.
that one.
I forgot what
Alex is so
animal he was, bro. But he
Really,
looked
yeah.
I played
like
Pocket Camp.
he looked like a bro. When I was a kid, he looked like. Think about the same kind of action that you have with a neck beard and receding hair, and you just don't shower. That was my head thinking of like that one fucking villager, and I was just like, I want you out of my fucking island or village, whatever this is. I remember I literally left that town and started brand new.
Fair.
But no, New Leaf was horrible.
Okay.
Fuck that.
Good to know.
It was legitimately one of the
Maybe I'll play the one
worst
on the
Animal
Switch.
Crossing. The one on the Switch was fantastic.
Yeah, it's pretty
especially because it came out during the only reason it also did fantastic was because it came out in a time where we were very much alone inside our four walls, not leaving, not talking to anybody. That was our life outside our walls.
Yeah.
And you
Fair
cannot
enough.
disagree with me.
That's true.
So since Alex doesn't know what Animal Crossing is, Animal Crossing is a game
I know
Where
what
you-
it is.
where you-
I just never played it.
where you build a village and little animal guys come in and they stay in your village and you trade with them. It's a very peaceful, relaxing
It's
game.
it's Stardew Valley,
You
but
own money
a little
to
different.
you own money to a raccoon. That's basically
And
it.
you're in
Yeah.
debt.
Yeah, you're
by
in
a
that. Yeah,
lot.
all the time.
It's not even a raccoon. It's
It's
a
like
tanuki.
Oh,
Tanuki.
Tanuki. Oh,
Yeah.
Tanuki. My bad.
Tom Nook,
It's like
bro.
Chopper, bro. But yeah,
bro. Tom Nook is literally like.
Stardew Valley is still so much better. Stardew Valley is still so much better.
yeah, bro. It's like the
Unpopular
Mr.
opinion.
Krabs right there.
All right, so let's walk away from Nintendo for a bit so that we don't keep spending time on Nintendo because
No
I feel like we
Pokemon,
could.
bro.
Yeah, I
I was
think
like getting
June-
ready
we
my
coulda-
Pokemon right
June's
there.
getting a little
I-
impatient.
Yeah,
I
June
think.
wanted more God of
He's
War.
like, bro,
Yeah.
go to Xbox, go to PlayStation, go to anything else
I
other
want
than
to save.
Nintendo. Come on,
I want to
man.
save Pokemon for its own episode, and I feel it really much deserves that. Like
Okay.
it really does.
It really does.
So
Pokemon is
that's
one
why
of
I
those
didn't want to do it. It was an obvious pick, but I don't want to do it because of that.
Okay,
reason.
you gotta let the viewers know. You know?
No, I know, but it's
Top
there's more to
tier.
come.
Is
Um,
June still there? Did he get tired of our shit?
Look, just
Like, fuck
because
you guys,
I
man.
feel very generous and June and I play on PlayStation and I carry him on Warzone all the time, but we're gonna continue with PlayStation and then after that we'll go to Xbox. Is that cool with you guys?
Let's do it.
No,
Yeah. June, is that okay with you, man?
Nah, I'm
No.
nah, I'm here.
all right.
He loves listening to our Animal
All
Crossing.
right. So I'm gonna ask retro console if you had one for PlayStation, which one was your first?
PlayStation 2 for me.
Damn.
PlayStation
Damn.
Bro, like I mentioned earlier, I think my first one was the original PlayStation, the first one.
The PSP count?
I don't remember it much,
2. Yeah,
but
we're counting
I mean,
it.
we're
I'll count
counting it.
I'll
That's
count
a that's a
I,
Okay.
dude, I had Ben 10 Alien Attack for the PSP,
Oh,
bro. Don't fuck with
dude.
me.
That was like your PSP cover or whatever?
Oh my God.
Ben 10, I had a Ben 10 game for the
Oh.
PSP.
you said
bro.
you said PSP and all the first thing that came to mind was Final Fantasy.
small penis?
Crisis Core.
we're not talking about you anymore, Carlos. Okay.
Carlos, this
Oh.
isn't always about you, okay? Relax. We will get to your opinion soon.
Bro, Crisis Core.
Dude, I know.
Bro,
chill,
that
chill,
was like my first.
Chill.
Bro,
chill. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Core.
We'll get there. So you said PlayStation 2. Alex, you said original PlayStation. Carlos.
PSP.
Okay. And for me, PlayStation is like straight up. It was also hand me down from my brother. So
Nice.
that was, and all I remember is playing one Dragon Ball game on it. That was it.
Budokai, probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
It probably.
Yeah, probably.
But what is a core memory of a video game that you have?
Crash Bandicoot.
Okay,
Ooh,
yeah,
that's
that's
a good one.
valid.
Crash Bandicoot.
Damn.
I think if there was a character to like rival Mario in terms of like fame, in terms of being a mascot for a series or franchise, it had to be Crash Bandicoot at the time for PlayStation.
Bro,
because-
Jimmy's getting ahead of us.
Yeah.
We'll get there, man. We'll get there.
So yeah, Crash
Enough
Bandicoot,
said.
great. It's like there's nothing really more I could say about it, right? When it comes to retro games on the PlayStation, my favorite series is Sly Cooper.
Yes.
Oh,
my
dude,
god, that
yes.
was,
Here's just
oh my
Sly Cooper.
god.
Dude, you play as a little raccoon and you go and you steal
Bro.
shit. Come on.
That game was
What's not to love?
fantastic.
And you have
I
like a
was
hook.
literally gonna
It's so
hit.
cool.
Oh my god, I was
I
gonna
love
touch
that.
upon that.
It's so cool. And Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
for
yeah,
fact.
yeah,
If
Tony Hawk
you're
for
not playing
sure.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater, that you had issues.
Yeah, like Tony Hawk Pro Skater, dude, like honestly, like my best memories in the world is when you hit like the 360 Christ stare, bro. Like, come on, come on.
All
Bro,
right,
I don't know. I
Alex.
feel so. I know my first console was the PlayStation. Gotta be honest, I was too young to really remember anything on it. I just know I had it. Core memory definitely has to go to the PlayStation 2, either Sly Cooper,
Hell yeah.
but also the original Battlefronts.
Yeah.
Oh my
Ooh.
god.
Yes.
Well, I think the first Battlefront was on Xbox, but I had the second one on the
On the
PlayStation.
PlayStation too.
And I have a core memory of that because that was one of the few games that me and my sister would actually play together because she wouldn't play much, but like that was when we always played. So it was like very often we played that, and it was a great game, man. I even bought it
It was
recently on
fantastic.
Steam because it was on sale. It's still great, man. It's still
Still
great.
Okay.
I'm sorry to interrupt to go back in. Jack and Daxter.
I was gonna mention
Oh,
that too.
yeah.
Damn.
The only reason why I didn't mention that is
God.
because I only played the first one, and I don't even know if I made it all the way through, but they were good games.
Bro,
Yeah.
you have to go back and you have to play Jack and Daxter.
I would love to.
It is so good.
The only thing is, like, I still have my PlayStation 2, but I don't have all the games I used to have for it, which really hurts me.
Kingdom Hearts.
Sly Cooper is one of those that I'm
Nice.
missing
That's
that I
another
really wish I had. Jack and Dexter's another one, but I did play Ratchet and Clink again like a
game's
little while
good.
back. Those
Ratchet
were
and
good.
Clank was good.
The
I
original
feel like a
one.
lot of people kind of threw it off. but
Because
Really?
it says at the time it was competing with Jack
Yeah.
and Daxter,
Yeah.
Sly Cooper, Crash, and it's like it wasn't as good as compared to those games.
but it was still enjoyable.
Still,
like,
it's still really good. It's the only one that's still getting sequels made to
Correct.
it.
That's true.
Like
The
Jack,
newest one
I
is
would
good.
love to
Wait,
see
is it
there's a
another
new
really?
Sly
Jack
Cooper
game coming out. There's a new Jack 4's coming out.
Are you serious?
Really?
Yeah, Jack 4's coming out. They're working on Jack 4.
Damn.
Wow.
I did not know
Sly's
that. I don't
dead. Sly's
know.
Last Thieves of Time came out to the PlayStation 3.
But Ratchet and Clank is still kicking, right?
Ratchet.
Yeah,
and
they
Clank
just
is
came
still
out with
kicking.
one.
They
They
just
they
came
It
out
came
with
out
one.
an exclusive, and it got really good reviews.
Yeah, it was an exclusive, and it had what is it? A female Crash that had a whole bunch of furries on main horny.
Of course. I'm not surprised.
All right, Carlos, go.
Please change
the topic.
I mean, like I said, my first console for PlayStation was the PSP, and I had actually the Star Wars Special Edition, so it came with the Star Wars Battlefront one. Bro, man.
Oh, what was it, like Renegade Squadron or some shit?
No, I think it was just called Star Wars Battlefront. I have to look it up just because I
Oh.
didn't remember
I
exactly.
remember there was one of them that was like it was just odd.
Yeah, it was Star Wars Battlefront, and I remember it because I had like the white PSP on the back. You had
Oh,
like
yeah.
the Clone Troopers
That was
like
cool.
helmet on it. I love that PSP, and I still have it to this day. It's just broken. It's
Oh,
not
I have
working.
mine, but the battery is
Yeah.
so like old that it inflated and it's like you can't even use it.
No,
Sorry.
mine's still like in good condition. Just you
Oh.
charge it and it just doesn't turn on. So it's just I don't know. It's just
Nah,
dead.
Yeah,
for
battery
me,
dead.
I was lended the PSP through my sister's boyfriend, which is my brother-in-law. He was like, "You better take good care of it," because I swear to God, dude, I only played that thing on my bed because I was also very scared of dropping it, like I did with my DS, where it just went in half.
Or else.
Literally. But we did touch the topic upon Crisis Core.
Yes.
Oh boy.
That was a game that stood out across
That's-
everything.
I'm gonna say something right now. Fucking Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core was ahead of its time.
Yeah.
Oh, way ahead of its
definitely.
time.
It really 'cause
Way ahead.
one of the best decisions Square Enix made was moving away from traditional RPG to JRPG. And hey guys, stay tuned. We will have an episode on RPGs coming out soon for you guys. Where we'll go more in depth where we talk about RPGs and our opinions on them between action, JRPG, traditional RPGs. We will go in depth, so this is a little taste of it. But it really shifted the market there into action RPGs, and holy shit, it shows.
Zach is one of like my top Final Fantasy characters.
Oh, for sure. It's like one of the reasons I like to do
Like,
squats
he-
is because I
Cloud
imagine Zach
Is a
doing
copy of
squats.
Zach.
Literally.
Well,
Like-
that's the whole point.
Yeah, obviously.
That's the whole
but,
point.
Um,
He literally absorbs Zach to like, oh, I don't want
know,
to
but, like,
spoil Final Fantasy VII for people playing the remake. So
correct. But I feel like a lot of people just go, "Oh my god, Cloud is the best." Like
Cloud is cool.
Cloud's cool. Don't get me wrong. He's badass. I will use him in Smash. But
Weak pick.
Cloud is a drug addict. Say no to drugs, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I'm gonna say. Go ahead and play Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core.
But it would also be really funny on the topic of Smash though if they would have added Zach, because it literally would have been the exact copy paste of
Yeah,
Cloud.
it
It's
would've
just
been-
another skin. It's just
He would
another
have been an
skin.
Echo Fighter. He would have been an Echo
Oh.
Fighter.
Yeah. But yeah, man, that game beautiful. If like any of you has the chance to be able to play it, I would highly recommend it.
And you will real soon.
Yeah.
For our final topic of the episode, we'll get into it.
But going back to PlayStation 2, which was my original pick, Sly Cooper. There is no other video game that
Yeah.
gives me a core memory as good as that. Like I remember going to at the like two of my best friends' houses who were twins and just getting on the PlayStation 2 and just going, all right, cool, and taking turns.
Sly Cooper's peak.
Bro, I can't beat on a Friday after school going over to like your friend's house, playing video games, eating pizza, and drinking soda. It did not get better.
And then doing the jump and twist that Sly always does. Woo. Little swooping.
that was, I don't know, like that to me is that core memory for PlayStation 2. Like obviously I remember the PlayStation 1 with, Dragon Ball, but it wasn't as impactful to me as the PlayStation 2 was. Like
sure.
that for me was, I don't know, that's what started PlayStation for me. And then after that I said, fuck PlayStation, I'm going to Xbox 360.
And then for any of you that haven't played Kingdom Hearts, very good game. Started on the PlayStation 2, used to be exclusive, and then Square Enix is like, give me money, and they put it out everywhere now. So yeah, Kingdom Hearts is incredible. And no, June, we didn't forget about you. Final Fantasy, all of the Final Fantasy games on the PlayStation have been amazing. On the PlayStation 2 itself, oh man, I think I only played 8. originally, and then I replayed all the Final Fantasy games. Yeah, I know. Our producer is letting us know that that's on the PlayStation 1, but I'm gonna remind him that the PlayStation 2 is backwards compatible.
Very
So,
true.
yeah, I only ever played Final Fantasy 8 on a console that wasn't a PC. Then I went back and I replayed all the Final Fantasy games released on Steam, but very good games.
All right.
Actually, no lies. I also played Type 0 on the PSP.
Okay. It was okay.
Yeah, it was okay.
I said, yeah, because I remembered it, but I'm like, yeah, it was okay.
It was okay.
It was okay. Like, it wasn't anything out of the top, you know? All right. We're gonna, I feel like we kind of just went across with this one.
Yeah,
We legitimately.
Well, I think Nintendo, we just took a lot of time now, and it's like, all right, now we got to get to the other ones.
But you know what it is? It's because Nintendo has the richest history out of all these companies.
Oh,
Right?
it's true.
Because
Yeah,
even
they've
when
been
you
around the
compare
longest.
it, the PlayStation and the Microsoft have been around much like sooner compared to the Nintendo consoles. They're older. They have more of a legacy to them, right? Like we could sit here and be like, "Yo, you guys want to talk about Pong on the Atari, on the Atari 600?" Okay, June again with a hot take. Now
Ooh,
he mentioned Tekken. June, I love fighting games, man, but I've only ever played Tekken 8.
Damn, really?
I've only ever played the newest Tekken.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not
I
gonna lie,
actually
that's
have
the
some good
only one
memories
I've
on
touched.
PlayStation 2 with I think it was like Tekken Tag Tournament was one
Tag
of them.
Tournament.
And there was another one I played as well.
I've only ever played
It's like
Tag Tournament
3.
2 in the arcades. That's
Oh,
it.
okay, yeah.
Okay.
I've only ever played the arcade version. But Tekken, yes, my boy Yoshimitsu, Mr. Himself.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I mean,
man.
I feel like we had pretty key points when it came to PlayStation. We kind of
Yeah,
just
there's
I
a
like
lot
the
of other ones
space
to
a little bit
mention,
better
but yeah,
there
I
is
think
a lot
those are
more to
some of the
mention.
That
but-
was like the
like
highlights.
the highlights of it. You know what I mean? Like, since obviously we're on the topic of retro games, we're not gonna get into anything close. Like PlayStation would be another topic on its own. Like
Oh,
that takes the cake. But I mean, it was a good pace. I enjoyed the pace of this one. It was kind of like back and forth, and it was chilling. All right. So yes, June, we'll finally get to Xbox because Jesus Christ.
This is a shout out to our audio listeners. Catch us live, and we will also verbally berate you.
Okay. So again, kind of the same. I want to keep the same track that we did for PlayStation. We're gonna go through Xbox, obviously. Your retro console, if so, and then I will count Xbox 360 now, kind of like a retro console because
Yeah, it's old.
it's
I'd
old
say so. Yeah, at this point, I think
at
it's
this
fair.
point. So
There's only one correct answer for Xbox. Halo
yep.
Combat Evolved. Best Xbox game. Oh, also just the regular Xbox.
Yeah,
Traditional
yeah.
Xbox One.
Yeah.
Core memory.
Halo
For...
Combat Evolved, baby. Now that was a game.
That was a game, and it was funny because I remember going to my neighbor's house, being the little, snotty, bratty 6 or 5-year-old, and always wanting to be included with like my sister and her friends. So I was just like forced into their, little group, and they would all just literally be playing Halo.
Love
And
Halo.
I don't know, like I never got to play, but it was fun. I was sitting there, I felt very included. That was peak for me.
They gave you
I-
like the
I do-
controller
I
without
have-
being plugged in.
I have one
Yeah.
question. I
Yeah.
have one question. What the fuck did you just Google?
Huh?
Did you have to look up what Combat Evolved was?
I never had an Xbox.
no.
Oh my
Yo.
God, dude.
Yeah, I made that ass.
He's that.
Yo,
Bro, I just see this
Y'all-
guy typing. He's
Y'all
like,
can roast me as much
What
as
is
you want,
Combat
but I
Evolved?
was a PlayStation guy, never had an Xbox, and my core memory, I'm gonna skip Alex already, so fuck you. So my core memory is going over one of my friend's neighbors. Like he had the Xbox 360. I remember we would play like Rock Band on that. We
Fuck
would
yeah.
play Halo. We play some other stuff.
but I guess not Combat Evolved.
Nah, but not Combat Evolved, bro. I'm not.
The fucking original.
I'm not Prestige or whatever. I don't have the. I couldn't. PlayStation.
disappointed.
I'm sorry.
All right, Alex. What about you, Mouse?
You got skipped already.
Well, I mean, Halo obviously great.
You can go last.
But you know what? In honor of June, I will have to bring up fucking Gears of War was really good. I
Yeah.
know it wasn't original
yeah,
Xbox,
I did play that too.
but those original, I'd say the first
The
two,
first one's really, really good.
Yes,
I
yes.
the
love
first two were really
After that, I
good.
got
Three
fucking
was
Chainsaw, dude.
alright.
dude. that
Chainsaw-
chainsaw
But
Bug
man, that
monsters?
first one, just that first time, like you said, going up with that chainsaw and just tearing up the freaking grubs, like there's nothing else.
Have you guys
Nothing
ever
else
played
compared to
Twisted
that.
Metal?
Oh yeah,
I
Twisted
remember
Metal.
that. Heard of it.
That was a fun game.
Fire game.
That was a fun game. Like for the most part, I remember again also not being mine, but whatever. I remember watching people play like literally my neighbor. So I don't know, like it was cool. It was also terrifying as a kid for some fuck ass reason. But I feel like everything terrified me. Even like Twilight Princess, like when he like when Link turned into like a wolf, I was like,
Dude, I used to be scared of Majora's Mask when I was a little kid, and be like, "What the fuck?"
Okay,
What-
but
yeah,
Bro, how do we
it
come
was
full
creepy.
circle to Nintendo again?
all right,
Why are you
Okay.
hating, bro?
all right. No, but yeah, Gears of War also kind of freaked me out. Like,
The fucking General Ram,
but I was a little kid.
bug
fucking
monsters.
huge ass guy.
I was a
with
little
fucking,
kid.
Yeah, bats flying around him.
But yeah, no, I did chainsaw. That was badass. Like that's one of those games that are fairly up there.
Yeah. And I also have to say, like, I know it wasn't like an exclusive or anything, but it was on that console at the time, the original Xbox, KOTOR, Knights of the Republic.
Mm.
I remember playing that. I played on there first, I think, and then I had the second one on my laptop or something like later on. But those are some great games.
Oh, 100%. But yeah, that was.
And June just keeps like spitting a bunch of different like. I mean, they're great games, yes, but
This man just
There's
said Xbox is
so many great
undefeated while he
games.
I don't
owns
know,
a
bro.
PlayStation.
well, I think back then,
Yeah,
Xbox was
like,
on.
yeah,
on their
Xbox
shit.
was on that wave. Like you get me, like when it comes
especially
to
the 360.
with
Y'all
the
have to play
360,
with the Xbox Live, you know, free.
Yeah, but your shitty servers were going down.
Oh
like,
yeah, don't even get started
let's
on
not talk
bro.
about that.
That's
We
not a-
already,
that's
we
not a
already
route
spoke
you
about
want to
that
go
again.
down.
If you want me to attack you again on that, we
I
will.
remember in middle school during Modern Warfare 2, there was a time where the PlayStation servers were completely down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they got
that's
hacked.
that's when I switched
got
over to
hacked.
Xbox.
And I had Xbox, and I was like, I'm
Yeah.
chilling, I'm
Fuck
playing.
you.
Yeah.
I'll
No,
pay
I was-
another
I was on
$60 for a
PlayStation.
year.
rough
I
2
was on
months.
PS3 on that point, and then once that started happening, because I think it happened twice. On that second time, I was like, "Bro, what the fuck? Fuck this shit." I'm
Yeah.
going to my because I had both, but I never paid for Xbox Live. I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna pay for Xbox Live now." Like, shit
Yeah.
sucks. I can't even play my games.
Literally, like
What the hell?
I don't know, but yeah, like since we are gonna count the Xbox 360 as a retro console, I saw June's comment, Splinter Cell.
Bro, just get June on here already.
Yeah,
Like, bring him.
I've been trying, but you see, he's too busy being an architect.
He keeps folding on us, bro.
He's worse.
He's too
He's
busy,
much of
but
a
he's still
flaker
here.
than Brandon, which is another person that we actually had on this podcast as well.
Catch our Super Smash Brothers episode.
Exactly.
Bro, you did one. Damn.
Yeah.
That one I know a lot about.
Also, if you guys are interested, go ahead and catch our live streams. We're gonna be live with some gameplay for you guys real soon. So stay tuned for that.
But yeah, so
1v1
Splinter
and
Cell
Rust.
was fun, and so was a lot of the indie games because I know I saw Castle Crashers up there, very much up there. Like I feel like when it comes to Xbox Live, it was super undefeated when it came to the community and everything. Obviously, we can speak about COD, but that's a whole bunch of other stuff. You get me? But even altogether, like I personally don't see it as a retro game, but it really is because it is that old, and it's
Over
kind of
10 years
sad to
old,
admit the
man.
fact that it's that old. But
It's over 10 years.
I know.
old, so. When do we start? That's a good question to have for you guys. When do we start consider something retro? Right? When is something going to be starting to considered retro? Right? So as we look back at the game now, okay, N64 retro, but is the GameCube retro yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Unfortunately, yes,
Remastering
right.
Yeah.
But is the Wii retro?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd say yes.
Yeah.
I'd say anything.
Once they start
Let's say-
remastering games.
I feel
That's-
like
that's a pretty
once
good
you
one.
skip a whole other
A couple. I'd say a
Gen?
couple gens. Yeah.
that already
At least
classifies
2
as a
gens. You've already
retro.
kind of retro. Like I
Like-
wouldn't. Actually, you know what? Yeah, no. Xbox 360 is still 2 gens back because Xbox One and
Yep.
then the new series. So yeah, I'd say
Mhm.
yeah, for
So
sure.
that's crazy. Like even to me, like I grew up with it, so to me I don't see it as a retro. Like you know what I mean? But it really much is, which
It
is
really is.
Like if there's an emulator for it, then it's retro.
oh
Bro.
100%.
Oh,
Bro, like at that point, deadass.
I already know there's some like 10-year-old shithead out there being like, "You guys are old." You're like,
Yeah,
"Xbox
Xbox
360?"
360. I got that new PlayStation 5 with my daddy's money.
Bro, you know what? Bro, one of my biggest like pet peeves, I don't know why, but it's like whenever you ask somebody, it's like, oh, like when you like, let's say for example, Call of Duty, it's like, oh, like what was your first Call of Duty? They're like, oh, the first one, like the first whatever. I'm like, what first one?
What
They're like,
first one?
Black Ops. I'm like, that's not the
That's
first
not the
one.
first one.
There was so many before that. It's like, dude,
Oh,
it
bro,
makes me feel old.
dude. If you know how I'm old when people ask me, "What's your first Call of Duty?" I'm like, "Call of Duty 2, the red one." People are like, "What was that?
Yeah,
What is that?"
Is that Black Ops 2?
No,
He brings out a pretty good point, Elmizi. Anything that you can't buy at an electronic store is retro. He's not wrong
that's
because
very
you can
true.
still buy a PlayStation 4
Yeah, you can.
at an
Yeah, you
electronic
can.
store.
Yeah.
So, damn, that's a very good way of actually looking at it. That's kind of sad to think about. Never mind. I'm getting old. I remember staying up every single night, like just back to back, pulling all nighters, going to sleep at like 12 p.m., waking up again at 9 p.m. just to
If
do
my
it
body
all over
doesn't
again.
get 8 hours of sleep, I don't think I can function properly at work.
Oh, I don't know. Now I can't do that.
Now,
But
yeah.
before I was like, yeah, sign me up.
When I was in college, bro, I would study all day, fucking get drunk, shit faced with my friends at night, play video games, and then get up the next day 2 hours later and go to class.
But all right, one
Damn,
final.
Medal
Yeah.
of Honor.
The original Medal of Honors, yeah, those were great.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's
And then they went downhill.
a series that
They went downhill
Jesus.
real quick.
Yeah.
you literally unlock the core. God damn, I haven't heard the actual franchise in so long. Fuck, I feel old, and I'm only 20.
Yeah,
And
this,
actually, this
this
is- I
might
think
have
that's
not
a-
been the greatest topic.
I think that's a great transition now to our final topic is how do you guys feel about remasters? And is there any game that you would like to see get remastered?
I mean,
Do you have an idea? Do you have one?
Oh,
in
I'll
mind?
go 100%.
Yeah, go
They're
ahead.
already remastering the game. I want it to be remastered.
you caught me with my pants off. So like, I just,
So, so
that's
if any of you don't know, Final Fantasy VII Remake was really good, right? And the first thing I told my friends when I saw that I told them they better fucking remake Crisis Core.
Yeah.
They better remake
Oh,
Crisis
yeah,
Core.
yeah.
It's the only game that I feel of the Final Fantasy series other than 7. Actually, no, I kind of feel like Final Fantasy 12 should get remade. But that's beyond the point. That's beyond the point. Final Fantasy 7 Crisis Core deserves a remake, and they're doing it. Comes out late next year, apparently, and I am so fucking excited.
And I think that also maybe brings up like another good question. I mean, obviously, maybe even like another topic for another day is remake versus remasters.
That's true.
that's true.
Because there's a very big difference in just remaking the entire game and then just making it look nicer and improving it.
Shout out to Final Fantasy 8 remaster, where they just upped the textures and the polygons on the characters, and they kept the backgrounds as shitty as they were on the PlayStation 1. Real fun.
Also, just gonna shit on it, but you know how many times fucking Skyrim has done that shit?
Yeah, that's I brought that up earlier. Like,
Yeah,
dude,
these people gotta stop. But Bethesda needs to like
it's insane.
relax.
And they're not even remasters.
It's-
not
they're
even-
They
not.
haven't changed anything.
It's not even the best Elder Scrolls game. It's Oblivion.
It's not.
It's not.
What really baffles me is what's the guy's name? Todd Howard, the guy who's in
Yes.
charge of
Yes.
Bethesda.
Mhm.
He keeps saying he's like, oh, but you know, because like people I guess ask him like all the time, like, oh, are we gonna remaster like Oblivion, Morrowind, whatever? He's like, nah, they're meant to be played the way they are. Yet here's Skyrim being released like 10 times. I'll give him one. One of them was remastered. That was when it first got to like the next gen consoles of like the Xbox One and shit.
Yeah, one from
That
PS3
one was like a
edition.
remaster. I mean, it still wasn't really, but it was. Now it's just a re-release with extra small features. So that's something I don't understand. Is like, oh, you know, we're not gonna do remasters. They're meant to be played the way they were, and then here they are,
Yeah, literally
doing
doing this.
the
But
exact opposite.
whatever, we can go on a rant after. Damn, a game that I would want remastered. That is.
Do you have one?
that
If not, I got one.
is- go for it. Go for it.
All right. Well, okay. So in general, I do think, because I think the first question was like, how do we feel about them? I think remasters are a pretty good idea as long as it's not just for the cash grab.
Yeah.
Because
As
a lot
long
of
as it's not
companies
like the
just
Grand
do.
Theft Auto ones.
Yes, a lot of the. Oh my god, I heard
Oh,
so many
man.
bad things about that. But you know, when it's just like a cash grab, where it's like, all right, let's just increase the resolution, and that's it. We're done. Here's $60, pay for it. That's terrible. But when they actually put the effort, like I think Mass Effect was a really good one I
Yeah.
played recently.
I agree.
That one actually felt like, dude, that first game, obviously since it's the oldest one, felt like a brand new game. It felt awesome. I think that was a great one to like actually put that effort into, and it's a huge difference. Definitely worth it. When it comes to which one I want remastered, I think it was in the works, and then things now have gotten kind of silent. Is KOTOR, Knights of the Republic.
Mm.
I think
Yes, sir.
the only thing is I don't know if it was a remaster
That's
or
a
a remake.
It's a
They didn't-
remake.
It was a
Remake.
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 Okay.
Yeah,
It's a
because
remake.
it was even supposed to come out on PlayStation 5 and across all other consoles too. By the way,
Yeah, that's why they got delayed again, right? Yeah, it's gonna get delayed another like year and a half probably.
Yeah.
But I prefer them to do that.
over
And
just
have
releasing some
A
shitty shit.
really good
Right.
Knights of the Old Republic game because it's probably gonna be incredible.
I'm
The
curious,
little
and if
bit
it's a
that they
remake,
teased,
if
a
it's,
remake.
if it's a remake, then I'm curious to see how they're gonna take that gameplay and stuff. Because like, as it is playing it now, like that old style of like that kind of real time turn based combat was cool, but I don't know if they're gonna keep that. And I'd
very
like to kind
Final
of see
Fantasy
maybe
13-ish. But Final Fantasy
I'm
13
interested.
copied Knights of the Old Republic, to be
Yeah.
fair.
Exactly.
I could talk about Final Fantasy all days, ladies and gentlemen. I have played all of them, except I haven't played 14 online.
Oh, really?
I played a little
I
bit
don't
of
want to
it.
put money into it, and I know I'm going to spend an unhealthy amount of time playing it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, kind of the route it goes.
I've
And
read
then
the
you
s-
realize
I've read
that
the
this is not worth
story.
it.
I read the story synopsis on the wiki.
On the wiki.
On the wiki.
All right, Carlos.
Man, I was like thinking about it. I'm like, damn. One game that I remember like was a core memory that I used to play with an old friend was Army of Two, and like to have that
Okay,
remastered,
nice.
I think that would be pretty cool.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah,
That'd be-
That was a cool game at the
That
time.
was.
yeah. I love
like-
the whole co-op and like you have to do this so I can do this kind of thing. It was just cool, you know.
Bro, the back to back and just like mowing everybody
Yeah,
down.
I love that.
That was a
That was awesome.
cool take on like a really old genre, right? Similar to like Contra, right? It's there's just two dudes fucking murking people,
Mhm.
right? But it was really cool at the time, and it'll be really cool to see that again,
Yeah.
but with better graphics.
Oh, 100%. So the only reason I say this is because COD has gone down so far. And I'm not talking about online at all. I'm talking about actual campaign, which is something
Which
that I
At
very
times
much
were non-existent.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which again, this is something that I enjoyed doing before even touching online. Modern Warfare 2's
Anyways,
campaign,
I was gonna say that.
if that were to be I wouldn't even know if to say remastered or remade.
But wasn't it remastered? Modern Warfare 2? They remastered the campaign.
Right. But it wasn't the
It
same.
was just
no?
the campaign. It wasn't. They didn't do multiplayer. They didn't do this. I don't think they did Spec Ops, but the campaign was remastered.
Did they? Yeah. Damn.
Modern Call of Duty 4 got an entire remaster, like the entire game, multiplayer,
Yeah.
single player, everything. But
Mhm.
That
for
I
whatever
did
reason,
know.
Modern Warfare 2 only did the campaign.
That's kind of sad.
It is.
Damn.
The
But,
campaign was like.
I mean, I
core
guess it's
memory.
better than nothing because it was a really good
It was.
campaign.
Mhm.
But yeah, it would have been nice to get
I actually
everything.
didn't. Damn, really? I
Yeah.
gotta, I
It's
gotta
been a
get
couple
on that
years
then.
now too. Yeah,
I gotta
it
get
was
on
it
that
was
now.
before the reboot.
Was Warzone already out?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
probably why. That's probably why.
Wait, no, Warzone started with Modern Warfare, the reboot.
The
So
reboot,
maybe
so
not.
no.
I think it came out before the reboot.
Hmm.
I could be wrong about that one. That one's a little bit up in the
Because
air.
if
But
it
was about
if
the
it
same
came
time.
out like after Warzone, I did not know any other game before that or after that. So that's legitimately where I
Fair enough.
understand.
Fair enough.
But that's cool. I will literally look into that. Like that is shit. All right, cool.
Damn, like honestly, we gotta get June in here one day because I agree with
Yeah.
this guy like half the time, more than half the time. The new Modern Warfare
Metal
game,
Gear
the
Solid's a good
campaign
choice.
was actually really good. Still not as good as Modern Warfare 2, but it still had some cool ass missions. I gotta clarify that.
Yeah. But I mean, other than that, I don't really have any other game I would like to see remastered.
Rock Band.
Like Cooper,
Rock Band.
Rock
Bro, I don't know why. I just love
not even
Rock Band.
remastered, just
just
a
do a new one.
resurgence, just
Yeah.
something new. All we got right now is Beat Saber.
Like I really wouldn't want a
Or
remaster
DJ
for
Hero.
Sly
Bro, I
Cooper,
love
though.
DJ
DJ
Hero
Hero.
too.
Oh, DJ Hero 2 was
That was
fantastic. I
fun.
felt like I was
Give me a Guitar Hero game, but instead of rock and roll, it's just fucking anime openings.
yo.
I'm
Or
out.
Yeah.
make it both and just add-on songs. Just buy the song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Each
That's
song
Like,
is
that's
like
where everything's
$2.
going, honestly. But
a
like,
lot,
you know,
well, this is about to sound weird. There's a lot of Japanese rhythm games that are like that. There's a very famous one called Groove Coaster. You can get it on the Switch. You can just download a fuck ton of songs and song packs for like 50 cents, and it's really cool.
yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, no. I mean, I wouldn't really want to see a remake of Sly Cooper. I kind of would like them to kind of revive the
I would love to see a
franchise.
new game,
Correct.
a PS5
Edition.
exclusive,
Yeah,
maybe.
that'd
That would
be-
be
like a Ratchet and Clank kind of thing
You
where
know,
they just kind
yeah.
of restart it entirely.
Remastered, I would love to see the original Red Dead.
Yeah, I love. I
I-
put so many hours in that game.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the first one more than the second
You know,
one.
Yeah.
now that you bring it up, I'm surprised they haven't.
Correct.
I'm really
Because
surprised.
Rockstar loves doing that shit.
and Rockstar are pussies, bro. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Actually,
I have a whole gripe with Rockstar. I can go on for hours on Rockstar.
Or Grand Theft Auto 4.
I think after the like the San Andreas and all, whatever the trio that they remastered,
Yeah.
maybe not. Maybe,
Maybe
I don't
not.
want to see it.
They look worse than the original.
yeah, maybe I don't want to see the
know.
remaster.
But like,
Oh,
no,
shit.
but like, okay,
Here we
okay.
go again.
But
But you mean like
needed
a good one?
Like a good
Yeah,
one.
yeah, I
Like,
get what you
like
mean.
let's say that everything was kind of just retouched to the point where it was like, wow, this is actually worth paying another again, like the $60. Like that would be a nice takeaway from it. I would enjoy that. But I know that that wouldn't happen, and again, I wouldn't want it, like you guys said, to have them make the remake like they've been doing recently, which I'm glad they actually said they were going to stop and actually focus on creating a new game because it's getting out of hand, bro.
Thank God.
Grand Theft Auto 5 has been out for like years. Years.
Let it die.
Let it fucking die. But yeah, I mean, I pretty much wraps up this episode. I feel like we touched the base on a bunch of the, every single console. We did take a little bit more time on Nintendo, but then again,
Classic.
it's
Nintendo?
literally the
Yeah.
most classic console or, branding for.
I feel like we just broke that tip of the iceberg. There's so much more you can go into. Which
Oh,
is
100%.
awesome.
Yeah,
But
always.
talking about retro, Nintendo's going to take the cake.
Yes, sir.
But other than that, yeah, feel free to catch us on all our other social media. That's really about it. On Instagram, Twitter, we have our YouTube and our Twitch. So feel free to just listen in on Apple Podcasts as well, on Spotify and any other platform you guys listen to.
And don't forget to check us out on TikTok if you want to catch some of our clips.
All right, deuces.
See ya.